Look at that. Hey, how's everyone doing? 6 people in. Not bad.
Well, 5, because I'm one of them.
Oh, you're one of them? All right.
Yeah.
That works.
Represent.
But you never answered me. I sent you those guitar tracks. You never said whether or not they suck or do they suck?
I haven't had a chance yet.
All right. I just want to know if they suck because like it's not the playing or anything. It's the it's just the quality. Like when I listen to them, I'm like, is it just me or is that really like it was a really percussive sound? I was strumming with my fingers and it sounded kind of percussive. I don't know if that's maybe the mics were too close. I didn't want to get them any further than 6 inches away. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, let me know when you're able to do that. It's
I'll have a listen.
Yeah,
I'll probably be able to let you know tomorrow because I got some time.
I figured it was one of those, but it's also like I wanted to do this week. I wanted to get those tracks down, and what I might just do is in the situation like that, I might just record it anyways. And then that's what you're working with. So, because you remember,
that's what I'm stuck with.
You're the producer. You're the one that actually has to do this stuff.
Don't remind me.
Oh, I know, right? You're like working with XM8500s. That's your new job now. How is everyone? What we got 4 in here? A bunch of people jumped out. A bunch of people were like saw me and went, "Fuck that."
Just you saying that.
Yeah.
Just you saying that. Recording with XM8500s. Just hearing that gave me an ulcer.
Oh, you got that. Oh, by the way, I meant to talk to you about this before we went on stream. We need to stop swearing as much in our live stream. Just so you know.
Did we get slapped by it?
No, but we're going to, and I'm fully aware. Basically, you swear too much in one video, and you get adult. Kind of slap the adult tag. But if it starts happening too much and they go through your old stuff, and I'm pretty sure they just haven't gone through all of our old live streams. And I think I might go delete the live streams because of that.
Yeah, because you don't want your channel getting like flagged for that.
Well, you end up they delete your channel. If you've got too many of those kind of oopsies, they're just like, screw it. We don't like dealing with you anymore. So I'm actually probably going to go weed out a lot of the older live streams because we've got some pretty crude ones down there.
Oh, yeah. We've gone down some rabbit holes.
Isn't it great? But yeah, so maybe we should, like, we can drop the odd one, but maybe we should have like a counter or something.
Yeah, have like let's get like a moderator to count.
Ping. I'll get the Rodecaster Pro. Every time we swear, I'll just hit a little ping button. And then you just like count all the pings up at the end, okay? Maybe we can do that. And if it goes over like 10 or something.
Exactly. I was going to say it goes over like 10, then you've put too many.
The last thing we need is to get taken down because we do a live stream every week. Steve.
Yeah, that's supposed to go the other way around.
Steve Schnetzler. Wow, first time I caught you starting. Normally I come in the last 10 minutes. Hi from Cologne, Germany. I'm going to be inside of you. I'm going to be inside of you, Cologne, Germany soon. I'm going there next year, I think. Next summer.
I was gonna say, that's an interesting way to phrase that. Yeah.
Because it's awfully close to Cologne. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm going to Cologne, Germany next year. At some point, I will be walking around it. I can't wait. European trip. Going to be taking like 2.5 weeks.
Everyone must smell really good.
Oh, yeah.
In Cologne, yeah.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of great things about Germany, like in general, like touring through, and we want to get like a genuine cuckoo clock. That's one of the things we want to do. There's just so much. It's also kind of like I'm German, right? So I would love to see. I've got German, Irish, and Scottish ancestry, so I'd love to. I've already seen Ireland, going to Scotland too, and Germany, just to kind of complete the whole circuit. So,
the clan of Wolf.
Welcome, Steve. It's weird. Still sitting at 7. People are kind of 8. All right, maybe people are just getting the pings that we're going live now. Come by at Carnival about this time. Carnival? I gotta look it up, man.
Yeah, we are uneducated.
Carnival.
Carnival. Okay, it's just Carnival in English.
Yeah, Clone Carnival. Yeah, sure. When is it? When is the what? How? Why is Carnival in Cologne? Said 2023 dates. Let's see if it matches up. February? No, I will not be coming in February. I also I don't I don't want to be in Europe in winter. And this is purely selfish. I live in Canada. So the idea of going to Europe, another place that has similar weather to Canadian winter during winter, seems like a waste of time. We went to Ireland in November and that was horrible. Like it just rained the whole time. So
I mean, your suitcase is just the shit you have to wear. Like,
basically,
just the outdoor clothes. Yeah.
Midnight Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's weird. We're just kind of trickling around that 8. That's anyways. As y'all come in, welcome. Hopefully you guys can find a nice warm seat. So yes, I as the name of the live stream suggests, this Monday you're gonna get to watch a video of me with spider web all over my head and face that I didn't notice while I was shooting. And the reason for that is, and you can't really see it, it's not in this shot. Let me see. That's Dylan. Let me get a hold of mine. Yeah, you can't really see it in my shot, but I put some LED lights up along the top of my wall just to kind of fill in the top side, get a little bit of light and color coming down. It doesn't add a lot to the shot, but it's just a little bit. And I was putting some up, and then I shot the video with Dylan's Vanguard V13. And it's weird when I borrow a microphone like the V13, Dylan. There's something that happens. What it is I'll get the Vanguard open, set up, and all that, but I don't want to keep it out because it's not mine. So it's not like something I just leave sitting there. I want to get it packed up and put away as soon as possible. Because it's not mine, it's a tube mic. You do one wrong thing with the tube mic and you kind of fuck it. There's one, by the way. That's my first. And so I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to get this put away. I got it put away. I got everything done. And then I went, I sat down, I did the audio for the video. And then I went and I sat down and I was like, there was something weird I noticed right on the top of my head. And I'm like, that's weird. And then during the mic tests, I noticed there was something on my cheek. And then I kind of wiped my hand at it, and there were these old spider webs that had stuck to my head while I was putting up the LED lights. And I refused to actually go and redo the whole process because I'd done everything already, including the audio. I did the comparison audio, all that. It's quite a production. So you're going to be getting a video with me with a bunch of spiderweb on my face and head. It's not easy to see. You got to really be paying attention. But editing with bourbon. Ooh. I haven't drank bourbon in years.
Yeah.
Midnight Wolf trying to decide how I want to test and learn my new audio interface. Yeah, Midnight Wolf picked up the 18i20.
Oh yeah, the Audient.
No, it's the Scarlett.
Scarlett, right.
Which is one that I've kind of been thinking about getting myself because I do want to start recording drums at some point in the near future. And what is the minimum amount of microphones you want on a drum kit, Dylan?
Minimum? I mean, this is such a controversial topic, but like,
well, I mean, minimum.
I would say, I mean, I'm throwing 8 out there as a round number. If you have 8, you could definitely make it work. It depends on the size of the kit. Like if it's like a 5-piece, we're assuming it's going to be a 5-piece, like, snare, like 3 toms and a kick and, a couple cymbals or whatever. So yeah, 8 you should be able to make work. It's not going to be the best scenario. You probably went closer to like 12 or, 80s drum kit recordings were like 24 mics, like every drum double mic'd, cymbals mic'd, overheads, room mics, like just insanity.
So that means I need a couple things. One is I need a board capable of doing that, or kind of a setup, so ADAT expansion, all that stuff for being able to do that. But yeah, I was just thinking, damn, I'm gonna need myself a better setup here.
Do you have an interface that has like an ADAT input?
No, you have like my interface that has an ADAT input.
Okay, so we could just use that We could use the Studio Fuse, or the
Audio Fuse.
Audio Fuse Studio.
There you go.
And then plug in my Audient ASP 80, or yeah, my Audient 8 channel into that, and then that would give us more than enough, because you've got how many on that? How many channels on the actual Audio Fuse Studio?
4.
4?
Yeah.
4. Okay, so you get 12 then, which is, I mean, that's good. You should be able to make 12 work easily.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like, I don't need to do 24 mics on a drum kit, and I'm not going to be having a massive drum kit. To be fair, it's maybe 2 toms, and probably a hi-hat, splash, and a crash.
I love that splash.
So that's basically all I'm going to be doing with it. So it's not going to be a heavily kitted out drum set because I don't have the room. However, Andrew, has Dylan coppered his knobs yet? Not a euphemism. For COVID antivirus management after last week's show.
Oh my God. See, I just had to like dig deep into my mind palace to figure out what the hell we were talking about just there. What the okay. No. That's just the long and the short of it is no.
Are you planning on doing some copper dips or what?
No. I mean, I might buy copper hardware, which, you know, it's not the most cost effective, but it'll certainly be the best looking.
It's
so
I don't know, man. Once it starts to oxidize, it's gonna look pretty gross. You're gonna
so it would have to be something like, I don't know, sealed, or again like a brass or some. Well, we talked about a few other metals, and I thought one of them was an alloy.
I believe brass worked. I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, you get brass hardware. Brass, you don't run into that issue if it's sealed properly.
Anyways, I was
nothing to react with.
Anyways, I was thinking about the 18i20. The problem with that is it only has, I think, 8 inputs.
8 inputs, and then probably like a combined total of 20, digital things.
Yeah. It does have ADAT.
Yeah. So with that, if you bought that, and then, you know, I can lend you my 8-channel expansion for the recording. You get 16 channels.
Originally, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get the Audio Fuse. What do they call it? It's the 8-channel ADAT expansion. That one I was going to add on to the Audio Fuse Studio. Maybe I'll reach out and see if I can get another Audio Fuse Studio.
Well, again, just take the one that I've got.
Well, no,
take the one you gave me.
You're using it.
I'm not using it, not right now.
Oh, why aren't you using it?
Because I fixed the problem that I was having. I told you. Yeah, like yeah, you can take it back totally for the recording.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
then.
that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, yeah, just use that, and then the ASP 800 that I've got.
I was sure you were still using it. What was the problem that you fixed?
It was the one. Remember, I told you that it was the USB port.
Yeah.
It was being fussy, but so I just changed the USB port, and I never had that weird glitchy problem.
Oh.
Remember, that was why you gave it to me, because my audio would get that weird, digital distortion.
So it was just a port. That's it.
Yeah, it was literally a port. Yeah, and that's why I was like, yeah. So I don't let me know if you need your Audio Fuse back.
I don't remember you saying that. Oh, I mean, we'll let it float between. I don't necessarily need it. Like, I've got, for what I'm doing now, it would be nice to be able to record for some guitar work, for doing stuff like that, because it's super quiet, super gain, super awesome gain. Right now I'm using the Lewitt Connect 6, which is perfectly fine. It's got plenty of gain. But it would be for certain things. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, getting something like the 18i20 in your case, you're gonna use it barely ever, and it's just gonna take up space, and it's gonna be a big expense. And like, just use the Audio Fuse, and I'll let you borrow the preamps.
It's not as big of an expense as you think, because of the dealer that I deal with. That's why I was considering it. Still an expense. I mean, I just bought a soldering station, so maybe I should slow down on the money spend. Red Cabin, good place to start 18i20 and an Octopre. Connect with ADAT. The Octopre has compression per channel. Nice. That's possible. Yeah, 8 Pre. Thanks, Dan. It's called the AudioFuse 8 Pre. Get an AudioFuse 8 Pre. It works great as an ADAT expander. Yeah, they're great. I also get those through my my dealer too. I sound like I'm doing drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Interface drugs.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about
I
that.
know.
You're gonna get
Yeah,
locked down.
sorry. Talking interfaces, gas. It's an acquisition syndrome. Come on. Ken, howdy, gentlemen. It's been a bit, and I'm late as usual. What else would you expect from me? Right, Ken? It has been a while. Ken, where you been, buddy?
It's been so long, I don't even know where the cap is.
Ken is one. Also, still haven't seen Bangs. Still no Bangs, man.
Yeah, no bangs for a while.
I wonder if we offended Bangs.
Well, and you know, I hate to go to the worst scenario, but like I hope everything's all right. Like I hope
Yeah.
you know, nothing
Nothing kidding.
happened.
You know what? You can just check him on Reddit.
I was gonna say, yeah, if somebody has Reddit, they can.
I'm just checking on Reddit now. You just search Bangs Naughty Bits.
Yeah.
Bangs Naughty Bits. All right. People.
No bangs for a while. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I was talking about my hair. Okay, I was talking about my hair.
It says couldn't find. All right.
Weird.
I will look into that if I remember. No bangs for a while. Andrew C., you were after show ideas. What about using ChatGPT AI to write you a YouTube script on microphones? It's a trending topic. That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to use ChatGPT.
I can do it. I have an account set up. I can send you a script.
Okay, actually, you know what? So here's the thing then. Let's outsource what the script should be. So one of the biggest ones would be SM58 versus SM7B. That would be like the one that would probably garner the most interest.
Well, and it's also would be interesting because then you could talk like the following live stream. We could talk about differences and similarities to the actual video that we did on the 58 versus and see how it was different.
Sun Turtle Camper. I don't think I've seen you here before. Hello from Denmark. How's it going, Sun Turtle?
Hello.
Can do it now, but the chat is probably not long enough to upload it to you. No, we can get it. It's just a matter of like I've never played with it. I looked at it briefly because there's one that will you can write the perfect title for a video and stuff like that. And I kind of looked at it, but I don't really have the time to be sitting around dicking around with that. Dylan doesn't have the time, but he's a lot smarter than I am, so he probably could figure it out pretty quick. So I'll leave it up to you, Dylan. I'll send you because you need parameters, right?
For what? For the prompt?
For the script, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, you know, not a ton of parameters, but like give me a word count. I think that's the big one. And, you know, some topic, some, you know, either however detailed you want it to be, but like, you know, some relatively specific topic.
Chat got 10 reasons not to use USB microphones. That would actually be a fun one.
That would be fun, actually. Yeah.
That would piss a lot of people off.
10 reasons not to use microphones.
So anytime I speak out about USB mics, people get mad, like super mad. No, that might be fun. All right, so what Dylan and I will do. Dylan and I will brainstorm some concepts because maybe we'll like once in a while just throw one out. I wrote this with the Chat GPT. Yeah, I don't work on Friday, so I end up getting busy. Aw, that sucks. Friday, you know what? Having Fridays off is a blessing and a curse. Topic, theme, stage, length, argument basis, all you need to start with as prompts. Yeah, I think that's probably the stuff that, like, why is the SM58 just as good or better than the SM7B? Would probably be a great prompt because you could write a hell of a script on that. It would have to have like 3 chapters minimum, stuff like that.
I'm trying to log in here.
Oh, do you have to have an account to use ChatGPT?
Yes.
Huh. Right.
It's nothing super formal or anything. It's just like, hey, you know, log in and, you know, username, password, basic shit.
Sun Turtle wants to know, have I tried the new AI voice changer? I have not. I don't actually have a lot of time for voice changers.
I haven't done that, but I have tried like AI text to speech, and I gotta say, like text to speech voices are getting really good.
Yeah.
Like with their ability to like enunciate and get like the perfect inflection and cadence, like that. We're out of the era of like Microsoft Sam. Like that era is gone.
Yeah, and it's wild to think of like a lot of people freaking out, especially on YouTube, like, oh my God, these jobs are going to be gone soon. No, they're not. I don't,
No.
I think there's going to be a lot of like AI based channels soon. Like if you wanted to jump on a bandwagon and do some AI shit, now's the time to do it. If you're capable of working AI and getting it to spit out results for you, you could probably build a channel super fast on YouTube right now. Like super fast.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more hasn't been coming out, and a lot of the tech channels are covering a lot of it, and it's getting a lot of kind of action from people playing. Then Bing, or it's not ChatGPT. What is who just joined up with Bing? Was it ChatGPT? Powered.
Yeah, Microsoft and
Okay.
and OpenAI, they threw a
So-
lot of money at them.
And I mean, it's awesome because there's a lot of things you can get out of that Google doesn't offer. But how long until Google does it themselves? They've been working.
Oh,
on AI for
they
years.
already are. They've already announced that they're working on something to kind of rival
Yeah.
whatever Microsoft's working on. So
10 reasons not to use an SM7B. That would be fun. 20,000 podcasts or 20K podcasts just did a couple of episodes on voice performers that were turned into device and software voices. Garmin GPS, TikTok. Yeah, and it's funny. I know the woman that actually got was the TikTok voice that ended up suing him. I met her a couple years ago at a voiceover conference, and a nice woman, and she got a great payday from that. All right, who's texting me in the middle of a live stream? Let's see. It's my wife. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Love you.
nice.
There we go.
There you go, lad.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people worried about that, especially like voice profiles being stolen. The problem is it's so easy to find out. Like if a company decided to use my voice for something, how long until it just comes around to me going, wait a second, that's me. And you don't really worry about it unless it's somebody making money off your voice. So, I mean, if some small company decides to use my voice for an ad, whatever. But it's when like a company like TikTok does it that you really like, that's when you're going to find out, right?
That's the most famous, obviously, example of that. And that was brutal. Like, just savage.
Any studies on what people prefer to listen to, condenser versus dynamic versus rubbing for voiceover? Rubbing for voiceover. Yeah, baby. Discussion.
That's some interesting VO work you're doing.
I do want to do a video. Can you tell the difference between a dynamic and a condenser microphone?
Yes.
I would have to produce both. Like they would have to be produced audio.
I mean, here's the thing. There is some overlap, obviously, but I think you really have to go out of your way and get some interesting mics, either really dull condenser mics, comparatively.
Not dull, but just flat.
Or really bright dynamic mics.
Yeah.
Like there are mics that you would hear them, like dynamic mics that you hear them, you would swear that that's a condenser. It's a dynamic, and vice versa. There are condenser mics that are really, especially tubed condensers, that are really dark and soft and have the sound like a dynamic. So, but by and large, like
but if I worked the audio off of an SM7B, let's say, and I ran an NT2A and worked the audio off that, would you be able to tell the difference? If they were EQ'd, had compression, they basically had the full 9 yards on both. Would you be able to tell which one was coming from a dynamic or which one was coming from a condenser?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm confident I would, yeah.
Okay. I actually like the idea of that. It would be a blind taste test video.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Maybe I'll work with you to see how to make it as deceptive as possible. Like
Yeah.
there would be some things like you're right, the clarity of the top end on a condenser would be a dead giveaway compared
Yeah.
to a dynamic. Like the clarity on the top end of the NT2A. It's my NT2A is getting like destroyed this weekend. So
The clarity, but also, the clarity of the top end on a dynamic and the enhanced dynamic range of a condenser.
yeah.
Or sorry, of a dynamic. The high end of a condenser and the dynamic range of a dynamic.
Yeah.
Those are two dead giveaways of a condenser. That clarity, and then again, dynamic mics being so pressure sensitive.
Yeah. I wonder how it would translate over, because there's people that tell me I can't tell the difference between $100 microphone and $1,000 microphone. For someone like you, yes, I think you would have an easy time with it. I have a feeling that 80% of the audience would struggle mightily. Even
Yeah, I mean,
even undoctored.
you'd have to spend a lot of time around them. But again, like as we've talked about before, it's about like you don't record a mic, don't do anything to it, and then throw it out there. No, it gets processed. So it's
Yeah.
like how dynamic mics and condenser mics react to different types of processing, or how that signal reacts to different types of processing. That's where the reality of the difference between the two comes out, not just by listening to them both vanilla, cold, nothing. Then the difference between them becomes challenging.
Okay, so unprocessed, do you think it would be challenging to tell the difference between the two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then that might be it. Let me see here. Ribbon mice, Beresford, as opposed to ribbon rats. Nice. Typing impediment. Fair enough. I have the same typing impediment. I have large thumbs. Thumbs do not like to type. Ken says Rode NT1 versus Sennheiser E935. That is two very bright microphones. That would be interesting. I watched the channel Mr. Green, which deep fakes Nile Red and 8-Bit Guy, and I can't tell if it's them or the other comedy aspect. That's cool. That, like, the deep fake right now, like, how they can get away with that shit. I would love to figure out a way to get deep fakes onto this channel and figure out, because audio deep fakes are easy. You just use Descript. But yeah, I think that would be interesting. Shrimp, how's she going, buddy? Dan says, what did you mean by your NT2A being destroyed? Huh. I guess you'll have to stay tuned for the video, won't you, Dan? Good morrow, fair sirs. Hope you're having a good one, Shrimp. Shrimp, I gotta thank you. I remembered a soup story the other day and didn't spill mine. Thanks. Yeah, so the NT2A, I'm doing the capsule swap on it. So nice. I bought this, actually, yeah, here's the capsule. It's the U47 capsule, Dylan. It's the Dylan, I'm going to have a U47. And it only cost me $200, Dylan. You don't have a U47.
Nope.
Can't find
I
a U47.
also don't need one.
Can't find a U47 to compare this. That's probably the easiest way that these companies get away with this shit. Is like, yeah, it's a U47 capsule. Are you going to tell me it's not? You think some guy who's buying the $200 capsule to swap out his NT2A has a U47 sitting beside him? He's like, we'll see about that. Think I can get a U47 to compare? No. Where do you get a U47?
No, yeah. No. Nowhere nearby, that's for sure.
Oh, Dan.
I don't know. They're...
The NT2A will still be good. I can swap the capsules back. It's not going to be dead. So, and I probably will after this. Anyways, yeah. We'll see how this goes. I'm doubtful. I'm very, very doubtful. It apparently smooths out the top end because the NT2A has a quote-unquote Chinese microphone syndrome. That's what they say on their website, which is, yes, the NT2A has a bright top end, and it's not the smoothest top end you ever heard. But, come on. Like, anyways.
I'm watching ChatGPT write a script for that 5-minute 10 reasons not to use a USB microphone video.
It's a 5-minute long video.
I just specified that because specificity is key. So I said, it should not exceed. You could make a 10-minute one if you wanted to.
No, 5-minute would be fine. That would be. Let me do this where.
Oh my god, it's even putting like kind of like production notes in the script of like things to do. Oh, that's amazing.
So, you know what we should do is we should do 2 videos. I'll write one script and ChatGPT will write another, and we'll see if people can figure out which one's ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. Or like, I don't know, take like a passage, let's say like a passage about the specifications of a certain mic in a video, and you do 2 versions, one that you wrote
Yeah.
talking about all the specs, and then one with ChatGPT talking about all the specs, and then at the end of the video compare them.
Road HQ is in a part of Sydney that has a high Chinese population. Great place for interesting food. Well, and that's
You
the
know
thing.
how the script ends? The script ends with outro music. Love it.
Thanks for thinking of me. Andrew, this is the fun thing that, like, with the Rode NT2A is this isn't built in China. This isn't, like, they may have, like, their capacitors, the stuff that's in the microphone is probably stuff from China. The capsule, I don't think is. I don't think they outsource their capsules from anywhere. They've got some great sounding mics. It's a ridiculous concept. So I'm like, whatever. It's easy to swap these things out just as long as you're wearing gloves. So it should be a pretty interesting video at least. Sun Turtle, I'm waiting for an AI engineering program. Then development of Earth will go fast. P.S. Not fun to think about weapon development with AI. No kidding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like not fun to think about things with AI, and a lot of our brightest minds have said maybe we should pull back on AI. Yeah, they're built in Sydney, but it's designed locally. Yeah, and that's the thing. They've got their own fab going on. I don't know what the problem is with the NT2A that they have an issue with. It is a brighter top end. It isn't the smoothest top end, but I still like it. Lots of companies in Australia comprise many nationalities. It's a strength. Amen to that. Same thing with Canada. Other than that, we've got the video for that, the tube mic going out. Also a couple music things on the way. Once my sinuses fully clear up and I can sing again without snotting all over myself. That's been a bit of an issue. Are you okay over there, Dylan?
Yeah. No, I'm just reading the script.
How bad is it, do you think?
It's not bad. You know, I mean, there's maybe some fact checking that needs to go on a little bit here. But you know what?
Well, it depends. It depends on where they drew their facts from.
And that's the problem is, you know, ChatGPT scans, it scrapes data from everywhere to generate this stuff. So it's like, well, there's a lot of bullshit too. Oh, there's one. Swear jar.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? trying to get the channel canceled?
Cancel culture.
Oh, yeah, we also passed 15,000 subs. Cheers, guys.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
See how fast that was, though? Like, it was just like, it felt like yesterday that we were just celebrating the 10,000.
It's slowed down for a bit, and then all of a sudden over the past week or so, just kind of couple videos just started popping off, and it's been fun to watch. Like the Fafine K688 video is kind of going through a bit of a heyday. Same thing with the Turn Your SM58 into an SM7B video. Another video that's just having its heyday. It's kind of fun to watch. Gear Junkie, how you doing, buddy? The Rode K2 multi-pattern tube mic is nice. Is the K2 a tube? I didn't realize it was a tube. Condenser valve mic.
Yeah, that's tube.
Yeah.
That's the British.
Variable pattern. I didn't realize it was a tube mic. Huh. I'll have to check that one out. I lost my contact at Rode now, so I don't know.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Jan wants to know how many fucking bad words would a video have before YouTube reacts? Good question.
Well, we're about to find out.
Enough that I think I need to delete a few of my older live streams. We've had some pretty raunchy ones, Dylan. Like, we've had some that even like the people watching the videos were like, dude, could you bring it down a bit? So
Break it down. And oh yeah, I remember that actually.
yeah, I don't fear AI. Don't kick the robot. Yeah, no kidding. I, for one, welcome our new AI overlords. Gear Junkie
Skynet.
ordered a $16 SM57 clone from Charmazon. Should I expect to be blown away? Gear Junkie, could you do me a favor and link me that $16 SM57 clone? I kind of want to do some clone videos. I would love to, like, I just bought a $15 SM58 clone. I'd love to do that kind of stuff, but I never know what clones to go after. NTK is also Tube.
Wow.
I did not know NTK was Tube. After watching Canadian comedy, the channel is no surprise. Fair enough. There's so many, like, I really want to start dipping into tube mics. I really don't want to start paying for tube mics because you're looking at $1,000 at least per mic.
I mean, for a good one, yeah, there's some cheaper ones that are not so great, but
yeah, and that's the thing that I like. If I'm gonna start playing around with tube mics, am I gonna get a cheaper one? Like, what is the one? What, there was a $500 one. I forget what it was that I was considering getting, and I'm like, it's just gonna be a noisy.
it was the
pile of crap.
ARTM4.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a noisy pile of crap. And like with the V13,
Yeah, it was the
what's that? Dylan, did we lose you?
I think there's a delay.
Oh, there
I think
you are.
we're having
buddy.
delay issues.
There
we go.
The V13 only had 13 dB of self noise. That's very comparable to a solid state microphone. Like, that's fantastic. But then you look at some of the other ones, they're like 21 dB. And it's like, maybe I don't want that. Maybe. Sun Turtle, there's a reason nuclear weapons run on
Yes,
floppy
maybe.
disk. Yeah. How about a video where you try to eat Chili's vodka toffee, Allen's mintless, and then try to do voiceover for the worst things to eat before recording your voice? That sounds horrible. I don't know why I would want to do that to me. It's the Wymick 57 copy for literally $16. Ooh. So what I actually started a channel, I think about 6 months ago, and it was called Spoken Like a True Canadian. And what I wanted to do with this channel, and I uploaded one video just a proof of concept. And the video was me doing a famous voice read with a Canadian accent. And when I say Canadian accent, I mean hoser voice, eh? And I did the intro for Civ 6 in a Canadian accent. And at one point, it's read by Sean Bean normally. And there's one line in it that's where, you've come far. And so I read it like, you've come far, eh? And it was hilarious, and I find it funny. And I wanted to do like kind of a spoof style channel of like Spoken Like a True Canadian and just get some of the most famous scripts or movie lines or whatever. And just it's me reading them. And I think I might continue with that because doing stuff like that I think would be a lot of fun. And it's also very, very low production value. Like, I don't need to go and produce the fuck out of it. It's just me doing a line or part of a script. Like A Few Good Men, the You Can't Handle the Truth soliloquy that what's his name is. That would be perfect with a Canadian accent. No?
Yep. Yeah, that'd be neat.
I just think it'd be fun. Did you see the headset Mike Rode is coming out with? I have it on order. I actually called them. I'm like, hey guys, do you mind sending this out? Radio silence. So I don't know if Rode is talking to me anymore because they had a bit of a change in leadership there. So I'm going to try to iron out whatever they have to say, but we'll see. I do want to get one though to find out whether or not it's good. 8-foot TRS cable for hookup. It comes with a mic headphone splitter. Ooh. Nice. I'm definitely not expecting much, but yeah, even if it gets a little EQ boost, I can get 6 for the price of a real one. LOL. Yeah, yeah, you're definitely not gonna get much out of a $16 SM57 ripoff. You never know though. The Pile SM57 clone worked perfectly. Oh, Rick.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Sucker for side by side clone test. Hindenburg 2.0 gets first tease next week. I'll be interested to see what they have done. I've never played with Hindenburg. I have a couple friends that are journalists that did. I might take a look at it. I would love to get under the foot of Adobe, but I'm not willing to go to DaVinci. So DaVinci's too much of a learning curve at this point in my career. I got the Behringer XM8500. How is it compared to the Shure? Sun Turtle, sorry buddy, it when you compare it to the Shure, it's not as good. It's just not. The Shure SM57 is a very balanced microphone in comparison to the XM8500. I'm also not a big fan of the XM8500. However, I am also shooting a video right now with the XM8500, shooting a music video for it. So, I mean, depends on what you can do with it as a producer as well. So,
well, I could use it as a golf club. That's always an option.
You know, I'm going to hand both of them to you, and I'm going to make you record your own instruments with it. And you're going to be so mad. You're going to be so pissed.
Yep. Lots of booze for that day.
Anko, welcome to the channel, buddy. Hello, the USB mic vid reminded me my grudge against USB mic software. It seemed easy way to vendor lock in to ask for more money, but I'm a bit biased because they wouldn't run anyway on my PC. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know, like what Rode did with their software, making it $5 if you didn't own a Rode mic. There's a lot of R&D that goes into that stuff. I just find like a lot of the software is kind of cheap. It's not, it's great. Yeah, you can throw a couple effects on there and you sound good. But for a lot of people that are just gaming, they just want a microphone to hang in front of them while they game. I mean, does it matter? Are you cutting albums with it? Maybe don't go for a USB mic. There's a lot of sides to that story, and I know Sean, I kind of made Sean bleed from his eyeballs when I put that USB video out. I think I broke his heart a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, really? Have you gone to that? I'm like, no, but I'm not going to make fun of somebody because they own a USB mic. I mean, they do fit the occasion for some people. Yep. TechMed, wow, 20. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Greetings, all you Martians, Earthlings, and all the audio enthusiasts of the universe in its dark corners. Let's enjoy a nice show. Cheers, brother. Greetings, Earthlings. I think that's copywritten. Bandrew has a copyright on that. I'm pretty sure. He'll be calling you to get some money from you, by the way, for using that. You can never go wrong with a Shure. Yeah, Shure will not hurt you in any way. Is it worth it to buy a Shure? Always worth it to buy a Shure. Sun Turtle, the reason I suggest Shure over Behringer is number one, resale value. If you ever need to resell your microphone and you have a Behringer that costs you, let's say $25 and a Shure that costs you $99, I guarantee you will get 90% of the cost of the Shure back when you resell it. Every single time. I can't say the same for Behringer. Absolutely not.
Nope.
Hassan, I have an RE20. I'd love to get my hands on an RE27. Here's a good question. See, I'm going to be borrowing your 27 soon. And I'm going to do a blind taste test with it. I'm going to do the R320, the 20, and the 27. Whether or not people can hear the difference between the three of them. From your perspective, how much better is the 27? Is it worth the up in price if you were purchasing one today?
What are they at right now anyway? The 20 versus the 27?
They're like $600 Canadian, I think, for the 27. And the it's like $450 for the 20, I think.
I mean, I do. There's more of a difference than people told. Like when we were in college, they said, they're basically the same. The 27 just looks prettier and it's got a couple extra switches on it. But I have to say, having gotten more intimate with both of them over the years, there is a distinct difference. I find there's a clarity with the 27 that's not quite there with the 20. There's an enhanced clarity, and especially in the kind of the high mid area.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say that it's maybe not worth as big a price. I mean, that's like 150%. Um, like I would say, maybe half of what, like if it was $500, I'd say that'd be reasonable. 500 or $600 maybe.
All right, that's fair. That's actually a good review. I'll include that. By the way, I was worried about swearing in the videos. You talked about getting intimate with mics, so I don't know which one's going to
Which one's going to get us banned first?
To get us banned. TechMed, I know it's supposed to be in a reminiscent of Andrew as like the dark corners to you. I appreciate that, TechMed. I'm only having fun with you, brother. Greetings, Earthlings. What am I missing? Hindenburg. You can never go wrong with the Shure. Rode ended up giving the software away for free after starting at $5 a year. Yeah, Rode realized where they kind of went wrong. I think Rode realized that they shouldn't have. Miss Ravioli, how's it going? Sean's here. Dylan, what's your favorite USB mic? Sean wants to know.
I don't have any experience using USB mics, so I mean, I don't know. I just don't pay attention because it's just not something that I functionally need. So I can't even say.
Wait a second. I gotta test something, Dylan. I want to test something. Can you name a single USB microphone? Yes! Oh, come on, man.
No.
Come on.
No. The Rode NT USB.
Oh, that's weak. That's weak. That is cheap. That is cheap. Don't ask me to do two.
the Lyra. There we go. The Lyra.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Bye.
There we go.
Who released that one? Who released the Lyra?
AKG.
Okay. All right. Just checking. I'm just checking.
I do sometimes pay attention. Not often.
If it wasn't for you watching the videos on this channel, would you know either of those?
Nope. No, I would know the NT USB because it's always talked about in conversations about the NT1 and the NT2A. It's kind of the third, the illegitimate love child of the family.
Yeah, that's the lineup that I never quite got. I didn't really like the NT USB Mini. That the software they added later on was decent, but I think when they put the chips on the new ones, the gaming mics, it actually made them a worthwhile endeavor if you're looking for USB microphones. That's for sure. Starting the Dylan fan club now. Sean. Thanks, Sean. The Blue Yeti is just out of your minds. Good. You could have said Blue Yeti.
I could have said Blue Yeti because, I don't know why that one I just blanked. I was not expecting to be hit with that. That came right out of left field for me.
We'll get to Midnight Wolves in a second here. What camera are you using, Aiden? I know Dylan uses a Potato, so I won't ask him. I'm actually still using the Canon T7i. It's a, 5-year-old camera now? I think they're up to the T9i.
I couldn't. Mine pops out of live mode too quickly.
Yeah. Well, the setup, I use the T7i into the Camlink 4K. So I use HDMI out of the camera into the computer, and it's fantastic. I can't complain about this camera. I have been looking at going 4K, but even then I'm still kind of looking at that going, do I need to? I would love to have a second camera overhead for doing I'm doing some soldering, and I would love to have a camera overhead for the soldering, but do I need it? I don't think so. Andrew, I have an NT USB, my first microphone. Still like it nice and quick if I have a hardwire XLR issue. Yeah, like USB, I still have a couple USB on the shelf. I never have a reason to break one out, except I no longer have a microphone on my main computer anymore because I don't run a morning show anymore. And I kind of want I want a mic on it, but I already have an interface because I run an interface for audio and all that stuff. So I'm probably just going to run an XLR mic. But still, it's tempting to just hook up a USB microphone and go. Midnight Wolf, this is a good one. What should I look for headphones to use with the Focusrite Scarlett 18920? Bear Dynamic. What are they called? The DT770s. That is if you need closed back. The DT790, 970s are the open back if you want. Those are fantastic, and the AT920 will definitely push them. You have any thoughts on that? You want to say the Shure?
No, I wasn't going to. I was going to actually throw Sennheiser in there.
Oh yeah,
Was the HD, not
Two-
the stupidly expensive audiophile ones, but like the HD, was it the 200s or
280 Pro.
the 280 Pro? Yeah. No,
Yeah,
those are good. I mean, they're
they're
rugged.
cheap.
That's what I like about them is if you're traveling and you're moving around with them, the Shures, they don't like that.
No.
They break really easily. I've had 3 pairs of Shure headphones go because of an incident just traveling, because there's some really weak points on the plastic. They're great headphones. I love the sound of the Shures, and they're so comfortable. I love them,
Yeah.
but they are very they're vulnerable.
See, from a comfort perspective, I'll agree the Sennheiser 280 Pros are fantastic. But I would also say the Rode NTH 100, they're not you're going to get more clarity out of if you're looking for clarity, you're going to get more out of the Bear Dynamic DT770 Pros. But the Rode are comfortable. I don't sweat, especially if you're wearing them all the time. No ear sweat with the Rode NTH 100s. However, they're heavy.
How expensive are the DT770s?
The same price as the Shure 840s, as the Rode NTH 100. They're not
so
expensive.
Like $200 to $300 kind of range.
No, 150 Canadian. Yeah, one second.
I should get a pair. And they're comfortable?
Yes, actually, the 250s. They are. Oh, they're 229. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm still not.
Tell
insane.
you what, I've worn mine once or twice. If you want to borrow mine and figure out if you want to buy a pair, you can.
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious because I've never used anything from Bear Dynamic. I've seen all their stuff on shelves every time I'm at the store, but
they are light as hell. Like, you'll have them on and you won't even realize. I still find them warm. Like, they're warmer than the Rode NTH 100. And for me, the not sweating ears is the big deal. Like, that's all I care about. I don't want my freaking ears to sweat.
Yeah.
Fair. Oh wow, we're way behind. Midnight Wolf, I'd use Bear Dynamic DT770 for closeback, and DT770. Yeah, is it the 770 closeback? Yeah, the 770 closeback, and the 970 or 870 is the open back.
Apparently, the 990 is the open back.
I don't think we missed anything. New Shure 840A. Yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on the new Shure 840As. SRH 840A. They've got I believe they have the velour cups on the 840s. They're more comfortable apparently. I'm hesitant to spend more money on Shure after I've literally my wherever they are. I think they're back there. My 840s are basically garbage. Like they've basically fallen apart. I'm not the lightest with my headphones. Like I don't treat them the best. However, they shouldn't have been dying this quickly. Like, I just bought them last year. Dan says I like the NTH 100.
So what is the deal with this 840A? I've never heard of the SRH 840A.
They released them last year. They're just updated and they're a little more comfortable, I believe. There's not much sonically different. It's just like the updated version of the 840.
Interesting.
But I think comfort is the big thing.
Nice. And they're a little more expensive, I see, but not like an arm and a leg.
What I like about hell is that it's a dry heat. Yeah, that's a good point. Sun Turtle says DSLR video shooter knows a lot about cameras. Check channel out. Yeah, definitely check out. He's awesome. He also did a shout out for me, so cheers to him. He's one of the only camera review channels that don't just drone on. His stuff is pretty tight and to the point. So I can definitely recommend that guy. Midnight Wolf almost got the DT990 a week ago. I was waiting to see what interface I got before buying. Realistically, your interface and your headphones, I mean, outside of having its own power, to drive high impedance headphones, there's not really going to be much of a difference. Even with the Scarlett 2i2, I can hear fine with the DT770 Pro. Now, I'm cranking my headphone preamps, like absolutely cranking them. But it all depends on your use case. Do you care if you have a little bit of noise on your headphone preamps? But yeah, most interfaces that have their own power supply, DT770 Pro will be perfectly fine. TechMed question: I didn't try the Rode headphones yet, but I heard about some new quality issues being broken pretty fast. Do you know anything about it? See, here's the thing. These are the Rode NTH100. I got these. They sent them to me. No, they sent these when they first were released. So what is that, a year ago? And I haven't had a single problem with this headset. And I've treated this headset and used this headset more than the Shure SRH 840s. And the Shure SRH 840s are broken well before these. And these things, I've kicked their ass. Like there's no doubt about it. These things have had their ass kicked.
So your 840s are done?
Not done. They're god awful bent to one side. Yeah, like the top part. So this thing's happening too. You see, I have a cone shaped head, I guess you'd say, but it's starting to expand on this side a little bit more than this side. It's because this top part gets bent in certain areas. The SRH 840s, they're just bent there, and I can't really do anything about it. They're awkward and gangly to wear now, and they just look stupid, and they're just meh. I use them still to edit the podcasts, but other than that, I don't. So from the perspective of me with the NTH 100s, these things have great build quality. Like even the clips, where the adjustment clips, they're plastic, no issues. I've dropped these a bunch of times, and I haven't had a single issue with them. So, Sean, Aiden, are you from France? Close. Quebecois, mon monsieur. Didn't you have the cable issue in the review? Yeah, okay, so that is the one drawback to the NTH 100 is the cable rub. I can hear cable rub all the way down to almost the plug. Like it's so bad. And sometimes when you're sitting with it beside you, you'll hear it rubbing up against your pants or rubbing up against your shirt, and it'll throw you off. The cable rub on this is disgusting. Like, it's that bad. I campaign for them to put out a coil cable. Nothing from that yet. The questions are feeling a bit more random now, eh? Oh, and there goes Dylan. Bye, Dylan. We love you. Rode, we need a curly cord, right? Conehead's Dan Aykroyd's character tells people they're from France and the Americans buy it. Oh, yeah. Sun Turtle, Sean Webb, nice. If you have any old outdated equipment, you don't need, please contact me. Hey, man, you never know. Oh, there he is. Hi.
That was weird.
Your internet went out for a second?
I guess. Because you were chopping up like crazy, and I'm like, I'm trying to follow, I can't follow, and then I just started laughing. I'm like, this is garbage.
All right. Yeah, you're cutting out. Anyway, you know what we'll do? We'll call it here anyways. It's been an hour. Okay, fine. Thank you for your answer, because this held me back from the roads till now, and of course the Sennheisers are nearly unbreakable. Oh no. The Sennheisers are, well, no, yeah, the Sennheisers aren't, they're fantastic. You spend money for the Sennheiser lineup though. So you're going to put more money into the Sennheiser lineup to get the better quality sound. However, they are well worth it. And yeah, you are breaking up big time, Dylan. Dylan's tater cam got overheated. All right, guys. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you to definitely TechMed. Cheers. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Have yourself a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.